All right, so how was that second time being out here in the stadium again? Just how'd it go today for you?
No, it's competitive, man. We competed today, and I feel like we had better energy. Last week it was pretty dry out here, but we challenged ourselves to lift each other up and really just compete today, have energy when people score. Even just competing every drive and straining, really, that was the goal for today. So I feel like we had a better outing today.
Following that kind of team dance segment there, Coach Kenny was saying, like, stay focused, you know, can you stay focused? How different was that, kind of having to adapt in that situation?
I mean, with Coach Dillingham, he takes pride of, like, working hard and the hardest working team in the country, but also having fun. So he also wanted to challenge us because he's right. What he said at the end is that when teams are super high, it's hard to refocus. So that was kind of a challenge for us, just to refocus. And you can see, like, when offense came back after that, we kind of struggled at first. So it's really just being able to take the highs with the lows. And when we're really happy and hype like that, we got to come back and refocus and focus on the main thing.
You've been killing it in spring ball so far. There's been some talk that you've been working really hard, like not during the practice time as well, kind of when the lights are off.
Oh, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
I mean, because everybody's talented, man. You see the room. You see, I'm not just competing against people in this room. There's people all over the country that are very talented, big, fast, and strong, but it's the stuff you do in the dark when nobody's watching. That's what separates you. And it's all the details. Like, everybody practices, everybody runs routes, everybody throws it to QBs, but it's how you separate yourself with the details. That's what separates you. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to separate myself and give myself the best opportunity to make the most out of this game.
What are you trying to squeeze out of this last week or two of spring ball?
Man, really just keeping the same energy I have since day one, man. It's just ain't nothing. I'm not gonna turn nothing up. I'm just gonna keep going how hard I've been going, and just keep straining. Really, just keep working hard and doing my best to improve each day. Really.
Xavier, the secondary has been really strong to start camp, and yet the offense has still managed to get a number of explosive plays, like in the scrimmage today too. When you generate one of those explosive passing plays, does it mean more against this secondary?
Yeah, man. Just because we see each other every day, it gets hard towards in the middle of camp because they see you play against the same DBs every day. They're gonna pick up on some stuff, but really we just trust the coaches, trust the offense, and trust Coach Samps what he teaches us, and apply the film room to the field. And so yeah, it does mean a lot when we go out there and score touchdowns. And today we saw a lot of guys that don't get as many opportunities. Like my boy Colvin went crazy today. So you just be happy for each other. So it means a lot when we see all the work that you put in the film room, extra hours to see it flourish on the field.
We talked to you the first week of practice, but obviously you've been able to unpeel the layers of Kenny Dillingham's offense more since then. What is your favorite part about the offense?
It's just you really diverse in this offense. That you can play outside, inside, left, right. It's just going to get you a chance to make plays from multiple positions, and especially with the matchup between Dillingham and Baldwin, those two together, two offensive geniuses. It's just a recipe for success, man. Just it puts us in the best opportunity to make plays and get the playmakers the ball, basically, and we just do the rest.
The coach said some of the penalties today, obviously, like the false starts, but it's just the cadence of the quarterback. And I know they got to get the reps. He said it's obviously an open competition, but as a receiver, I mean, even in a day like this, how challenging is that to get used to cadence and just making sure you're, like you said, having the explosiveness off the ball?
Well, this is what kind of spring ball is about, is that we can have these types of mistakes and stuff like that. We try to work out all just getting those cadences down, and just kind of, because, man, this team is like 50% new players, so we're trying to figure each other out. And so this is what spring ball is all about, just working out those little small details. And over time, like towards the end of camp, we got so much better from day 1 to, I think today's day 9. So just keep steady improving, and we got a whole 3-4 months till fall ball, so we're going to get this thing figured out. All those penalties we're not worried about right now.
As you see, chemistry-wise, when you said 9 up front, when you guys started all the new guys practicing, how do you feel the communication and chemistry with the offense is?
Well, you don't really have a choice but to mesh with each other. We run each other all day, every day. So I've gotten really close to my receiver group. We've had a lot of good talks in the film room, that being able to get closer with each other. And you know, I feel like our chemistry is really just evolved from day 1, and so I feel a lot more comfortable in this group.
And you've had some great battles, obviously, against Rowe. I know he's very confident. When he starts talking, though, is it just more motivation to get him in the next
Oh, yeah, man. I love going against Rowe, man. He's competitive. He's one of those guys going to be all confidence and future NFL guy, so I love competing against him just because it gets me better. And if you win in every rep, like, something's not right. So yeah, I love going against Rowe because he challenged me to get better. I go watch film and see what I can do better next time. And I don't know where he's at, but I always love going against Rowan, catching the ball on him too. I feel it does feel good. But he be getting me though. I ain't gonna say like I'll be doing enough, but he's a good player though, for sure.
Even though you're a new guy, you seem like you've gotten on the page with your quarterbacks pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's just all off season, man. Me, Drew, Jacob, Trent, all the quarter, even Jaden, man. We just as a receiver, I got to make it a point to reach out to them and make sure that I get some extra work with them. And it's just off season, all the stuff that when cameras aren't out, what are you guys doing when nobody's watching? It just goes back to that work ethic part. And so that's why we have such good chemistry already.
Is it hard when you've got that many quarterbacks in the mix and you don't know who the guy is and you're trying to establish a rapport literally with all of them?
Well, at my old school at Idaho State, I had to play with a bunch of different quarterbacks. I never really had one quarterback, so I'm kind of used to having to adjust to different types of balls. But honestly, it's just if you do your job, run the route correctly, and the quarterbacks do their job, it shouldn't be too much of a difference. Just going out there catching the ball. It's just like the game we've been playing since we were little. Not making it too complicated, really. Just going out there and just playing backyard football, really.
How is it having Coach Regal here coming with you, kind of like your guys' both rookie season with ASU?
No, yeah, it means a lot to me just because. I've never been to Arizona, so coming here and seeing him every day, even with Coach Amy, Coach Pierre, they all came from Idaho State, so it's like seeing familiar faces, and I didn't really have to establish myself with the coaches, like getting to know me and stuff. They already kind of knew who I was and through them and stuff, so it's comforting to me to see them every day and just kind of being able to chop it over Regal. That's my guy.
And speaking about transition, how has it been coming from Idaho State to here at ASU?
I mean, I took it well. Like I love the transition, competing against these athletes. I always knew I could play here. I never really got the opportunity out of high school, but I kind of tried to prove myself. And now I'm here. I'm trying to. I got a big chip on my shoulder and trying to show the world that I can play some ball.
You've been one of the biggest standouts in spring ball. So what do you still want to focus on moving forward in the next few weeks and into the fall too?
Just the details, man. Like I know I got all the physical tools, but it's all this. What separates the receivers and the mental part of the game. Just getting those little details down. For me, it's just getting extra film room. Coach Ryan, Coach Sam, and just getting this playbook down and just by the time fall ball comes, you don't have to go out there and think. You just play. And but right now we're all learning the offense as the days goes on, and even today we implement new plays. So it's just going to keep the playbook's going to keep expanding, but just the details right now, and just focus on just all the little things just to make me a better receiver.
I know you have some extra added motivation with everything you've gone through in the past few years. So how does that kind of add to your want just to be the best you can be here?
Oh yeah, because obviously for those who don't know, I lost my dad about a little over 2 years ago, so it means a lot for me to be here just because growing up, that's me and him always envision ourselves being at this level, and he trained with me since I was young, and so it means a lot just not having him here, just extra motivation to really just do the best I can and make him proud. I know I made him proud, but it's really just doing the best I can just to fulfill the promises I made to him before he went.